How's everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the channel, guys. If you like what you see here, give us a thumbs up. It's raining where I'm at. How's it doing where you guys are at? Let me know. Hi, Kelly Higgins. Hi, Kelly Davis. Hi, Lori. Hi, Katrina and Julia. And a lot of Kellys right there.
We go. All right, well,
let's start with some questions.
Sure. This question from Lori Neeb. Hi, or hello. I hope your weekend went well. What caused my cousin Susie's passing? Results were inconclusive.
I think it was just not only her time, but I think it was just her heart. I don't think that there was an aneurysm or anything like that. I think just the heart just stopped. So there's no way to make that right. I mean, it was just her time to go. I believe if it wasn't this way, it would have been another way. I don't think there's any one of us that could change this, even if she was sitting in the hospital with this. So when it's your time, it's your time. So if it wasn't this way, it would have been another way.
All righty. A question from Rita Lacari. Hi, Chris. What changes do you see for my job?
Well, I mean, there's jealousy of the job. There's going to be some layoffs coming in. I don't think that you'll be directly affected by that. I think you'll get about 25% more paperwork before the end of the year. And then if you're still staying with it, which I would, May, June, you can have a little bit of a raise. I don't think it'll be a huge one, but it's going in a positive direction. So I would just do my job, not worry about it, and just keep on going with it.
All righty. From Irene, hi, Chris. When will I get my weight under control and finally lose weight?
I think this has been an issue your whole entire life. So I would get with a doctor and I'd get on a program to where, you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, possibly a fourth meal, and you're counting your calories, you're eating all the right foods, and you're exercising appropriately. This will probably take you about 3 years from start time to finish time to get you where you want to be. And you'll have to eat pretty much like that for your whole entire life. You don't have a medium, you have a medium to a larger frame, so you can't make your skeletal frame like petite, so to speak. Like I'm not petite, but not like me. But my point is, you'll drop a lot of weight, but when you step on the scale for your height and everything like that, you're going to be a little bit heavier, I think, than you want to see or feel. But you got to count the muscle. Muscle weighs differently, so you're not going to tape a scale to the bottom of your foot and walk around with it, for God's sakes. So you'll be happy with it, but it's going to take you 3 years. That's short for how long you've been suffering with this. But I think you're at that point now that you're definitely gonna do it and get it done. So good for you.
All right, we have a jump rope with a question. Happy evening, Chris.
Thank you.
Do you know what my spirit animal name is? Thanks, Gail Blakely.
Spirit animal name? I didn't know that spirit animals have names there. So.
All right. I'm gonna pronounce. Okay, so gonna pronounce this name wrong, and I will apologize. It looks like it's Riri. Hi, Chris. Who is my soulmate in this lifetime? Thanks.
Okay, we understand a soulmate could be your enemy, could be your mom, could be your dad, could be your brother, your sister, could be anybody. So I don't think that you're going to be meeting up with your soulmate because your soulmate is in heaven while you're here. So I don't think you have that word of concern.
All right. Kelly Higgins, will the stuff I put down work, or will the bugs move in with me?
Sorry, Kelly. Bugs have got their suitcases and sleeping bags. So I think it'll slow it down. I don't think it'll work completely. So I think you got to go to the next phase.
All right. I've got a Veronica Janice. Chris, when do you see me leaving my husband, and should I get an order of protection for myself and my children before I tell them we are leaving? Thank you.
Oh, 100% you should. You should notify everybody, and you should safety in numbers, because I really think that he could just fly off the handle instantaneously. And I think you'll do it right after Christmas, probably on the first of the year. So we'll certainly pray for you, but this is a long time overdue, which you do know, and he's never, ever going to change. But at least with you do this, they'll get him into anger management. They'll get him to some psychology and different with psychologists and courses, so you can kind of keep an eye on him with and around the kids as time progresses.
Got a question from Georgianne Aikita. Hello, is my lawsuit going to jury trial, or will it end on the steps? Like you said, I have a jury trial date set for September 28th. Getting nervous. Will I win and still get the money I'm asking for? Thanks.
I mean, once you get it all said and done, the time, the money, and everything like that, you're you're doing a little bit better than breaking even, but I just don't think this is going to go all the way. I think that if you even go into court, it will be so short-lived. Nothing's really going to go anywhere with that. So it'll get settled down and resolved. So I know you're getting real, but you're okay. You're fine.
Got a question from Jackie Oswald. Hi, Chris. My daughter is having major surgery on September 23rd. Will it go well?
Yeah, yeah, I think it will go well, and I think it's a good thing, and I think that she'll have a speedy recovery. So I think she'll listen to everything the doctors have to say. So I think we're good. I really do. But we certainly will all put her on our prayers. Absolutely.
We're going to say hello to a friend from the old neighborhood, Lisa Luca. Hello to you.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
All righty. Tanisha Carter. Thank you so much for the donation. Hello, I am wanting to know, will I be able to build my empire in real estate as an agent and an investor? If so, how soon will this happen? And what can I do in order to continue to achieve that goal?
Well, I think you're going to do all kinds of it. I think you're going to be part of the sales as far as the real estate. I think you'll get into the property flipping part of it. And then I think you'll want to get some type of a branch where you could be like a broker. So I think that that is good, but that will probably take you another decade of time. But you're doing really well now. I mean, you got to enjoy the ride on the way up, so to speak, as at the top or even on the way down. So try to calm yourself. You're making a lot of good contacts. You're doing well within the industry. People like you. They don't have anything bad to say about you. So just keep on pushing forward.
Uh, Linda Weatherall. Am I going to find another love interest?
Yeah, but you got to get out there and look. I mean, how does it happen any other way? So with you looking and activating through dating services and things like this, I think you'll find your love interest probably around February. That's short if you're doing the work towards it now.
Kate Reitzel. Hi, Chris and AJ or JJ. Should I move 2 hours north?
I would because I think you'll like the weather. I think you'll like the scenery. I think you're done where you're at. I think the change will give you your second wind. I just think they'll be just all around better. I don't even know why you haven't done it before now. And I think once you do it, you ask yourself that same question. I want to thank all your subscribers. I really do. And I want to thank the members a great deal. We're going to start a cooking thing. And trust me, I'll be learning when I'm trying to do it with you guys. So we'll just have a fun time together. But thank you, members, for making this show possible. If it wasn't for your members, we wouldn't be able to do this today. And subscribers, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. It helps us push the video out.
All righty. Kelly Davis. Hi, Chris. I found a black and white feather. Was that my spirit guide?
Grandmother, not spirit guide, grandmother.
Happy Belly, please. Hi, Chris. My husband and I are in a trial separation. My heart is hurting. Can we work this out and find our way back to each other?
I mean, as much as you were alone in that marriage, this is really what you want. Okay, be careful what you're asking for. I think that if you don't put any demands and you can go about another 6 or 7 months where you're doing your thing, he's doing his thing, and you're not on him about anything, I think you'll kind of mosey back on home. But it isn't going to be a walk in the park. There's not going to be any changes. He's going to live his life, do his thing, have his own room. You're going to have your own room. So you have to look at it as more like a roommate. So that you have that if you want. It's not going to go up from that. Otherwise, you can go your own way too, as you well know.
All righty. Tracy Taylor. Please, Chris, please help me. I am so lonely. Am I ever going to be happy with a great man? If so, when?
I don't see really anything coming in anytime soon. I just don't. So, I mean, I know you're selective, which I think is a good thing in this category. I do. Um, I don't really think the dating services are going to work for you. It works for some people it doesn't. But I would start going with churches and things like that. I see you meeting a guy, but it strictly only looks like just a friend, not a romance at all. I don't even think you'd feel that way towards this person. But he's got dark hair, receding hairline, not like mine, but it's receding. Oval shaped face, about 5'9", just a really nice guy. But I think that this is just a friend. I just don't see a relationship coming in anytime soon. I wish I did, but I don't.
Got a question from R. Hunter. Hi, Chris. Can you give me any messages from my dad? Is there a common time he visits me? Thank you.
if there were messages, you'd have it. You wouldn't need me for it. Common time, that would be around 3 a.m. in the morning, and also for some reason around 7:10 in the evening. And if there's something to do with a basketball hoop or a basketball hoop around, I would kind of go nearby that if it's convenient for you. Some people have it on their houses, some people have it standing up next to their yard, some people have it down the street in the courtyard. But look for that. I think there's something will come up with that for sure. But you'll wake up around 3, and that's because of visitation. But I don't think that there's messages there.
Okay. Diana Hunter. Hi, Chris. Love watching your show.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
All right. Empress One asks, hi, Chris. Can I know, is Kyle my true love?
I believe Kyle's a good individual, a good guy, a little bit moody, but not more moody than you are, and a happy person internally, but dealing a little bit more right now with depression. So we have to wait till that uplifts. Okay. So help him with that and just don't push at this and enjoy your time together. So I do believe this could work if you can have some patience. You're like me, you don't have it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't have it either. Leanne, tell us, will my dissertation topic be approved, and can I move forward with my committee?
Yeah, I believe it'll be approved, but there's going to be one person there with the initial R. Could be Richard, could be Rich. That is just going to be a pain in everybody's side. So if he could just get out of the mix of everything, I think it'd make everybody happy. But you'll know what I mean as the time goes on, but it won't prevent you from doing what you want to do. So we're okay.
I got a question from Trish. Hello, Chris. I'm having health issues. Any advice? Welcome. Thank you.
Get your heart checked, get your blood sugar checked, get your autoimmune system looked at, and I would say get your triglycerides looked at too.
All right, we got a question from Tanya Fulton. Hello, Chris. My daughter is being pressured and possibly deceived by her boyfriend and his mother to move to California. She doesn't want to move. Will she end up giving in and move? Thank you.
Yes and no. I believe that she will go and she'll quickly come back. So I think that's a good thing because I think she can experience it, the homesickness, that kind of thing, and she'll just know it's just not right for her. But sometimes you got to actually be there to say, okay, I don't want to do it. So just let the process happen, but she'll come back very soon.
Questions from Linda. My ex-boyfriend died. Does he have any messages?
I believe he's around you a lot. This would be early afternoon around 11:30, 12 noon, and then it would be around 4 o'clock, an awful lot. I think he's going to be instrumental in helping you find your next love. And I think there'll even be a little bit of the characteristics. And that will be coming in timeline, I believe, around, I would say, August of next year. So I just think that how you meet is kind of uncatty. It looks like it could actually be like a dog park. I don't know what you're doing there, though.
A question from A. Rain. Will my son succeed in college?
He'll pass. He'll get through it. It's not something he's going to enjoy and like, but hey, passing is passing. However you got to get through it, you get through it.
Gabriella Janice. Hi, Chris. Will my mom have enough money to pay for the bills and the move? Thank you.
Well, I mean, from robbing from Peter to pay Paul and to borrowing it and selling some stuff, I mean, it's just going to be, scraping it all together. But I believe getting it done, getting it to happen, and just being able to rebuild from there is a definite. So sometimes it just gets spread a little bit thin, but if we got lemons, we make lemonade. It's going to be okay. We just got to get this done sooner than later, for God's sakes, because the more time it takes, the more wearing it is on her.
A question from Sammy. Hi, Chris. What is wrong with my right shoulder?
There's a bone spur. There's a little bit of a tear. The rotor cuff needs to be kind of basically vacuumed out and polished, so to speak. So, I mean, you could do surgery, you could leave it. It just depends on how much you're moving and things like this by what's kind of floating in there. Cartilage too, it can get really swollen quite easily. If cartilage gets lodged somewhere, it can feel like it's a little bit out of socket when it's not. I have all those things, by the way. In my knees and my shoulders, so don't feel bad. It's just, it's kind of like a tire that's worn its tread out, so to speak.
Got a question. Kimberly Mason. Hi, Chris. Does my dad have any messages for my mom?
He wants your mom to be happy. He wants your mom to find it in herself, to do something for herself. And that means to travel, to do this. Your mom has always been just happy when everyone else is happy. She's a very unselfish individual. but she's not doing anything. And if it was her wish or her way, she'd like to go to Europe. She'd like to see things and people and cultures and things. So his wish for her is just do one thing for yourself that you want to do. But I think it's going to be difficult to get your mother to do this because she'll want to spend the money so many other different ways on you guys.
Got a question from Clemson Mom Tigers. Hi, Chris. Will my life get any better?
Well, yeah, but I think it'll get better because you're gonna, basically make it better. It's not gonna get any worse. I think this year has been the real low, and even before that, I think you've had 3 really bad years. So I think the tide is turning. I think that once we get into this new year, you're even out of your desert period of time. So you'll see things happening at a much faster pace. It doesn't look like as much is going to go wrong. It looks like it already did before you even asked me this question. So I'm glad you're able to ask me this on a turnaround.
We have a question from Shishi. Hello, will me and my family and best friend be going on a trip to North Dakota next year?
Next year, yes. Not this year, but next year, yes. I think it'll be a good trip. I think you need rest after it because it looks like you're going to be doing everything. But that's good. It's good to see things.
Pull this one up here from Robin DH. I feel nudges on my legs and ankle. Are these from my deceased pets?
No, I don't see it from animals, family members, friends, or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the nerves inside the leg. I don't think there's anything going on outside of it.
Lupe Benavides. Hi, Chris. When will my finances get better? I'm struggling to make ends meet.
Well, you just need to buy just what you need. You need to stop giving your money away, which you still do. So if you just do those two things, your money will improve in the next 2 weeks and greatly improve before the end of the year. But just stick to it. I know Christmas is coming and the holidays, but stick to it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to afford to take care of yourself. And that's big for you because you're independent. So if you do it now, you'll be able to squeak by. And next year will be a very good, solid year because you'll have money saved and pay off your bills.
Got a question from Tiffany Sundby. Hi, Chris. I'm always bloated. Do I have gut issues? Help.
I think that's exactly what you might have. You might have what is called a leaky gut syndrome. And I think combined with a little bit of irritable bowel syndrome, that's IBS, and lactose and gluten is tough on your system, but we're taking lactose and gluten out of your system. Your diet is going to be very limited.
Question from Stormy Weather. Hi, Chris.
Stormy weather.
My dad is very worried about his friend Joe. Will he be okay?
Ultimately, it's between the individual and God. I just really believe that this guy is not doing very well at all. And I don't think he has a strong will to be here. So it doesn't look real good, I'm sorry to say.
Julie Echeverry. I have a question. My friend and me starting a business. Will it be successful?
Well, the business will be successful. Your friend, after about 2.5 years, it's going to be difficult to be friends with that person because you're going to be working so hard and the money's going to come in. They're not working as hard as you're working, and then the money's being split. So you have to know this going in. So it's going to be unfair by the amount of work you're doing and they're doing. So if you're okay with that at the get-go, then I think you got a much more successful time to remain friends. Otherwise, you're going to have to try to find a way to buy this individual out, and they're going to want too much for what their part is, and that can get ugly. So you got to be careful with that.
A question from Luna Lane. Will my hair grow back?
Yeah, I do believe most of it will. I think from once it does grow back, I think if you had to like check a box and say, okay, how much did I lose overall now that my hair grew back? Probably about 10%. So you'll notice it because it's on you. Someone like me looking at you would not know. The gauge of the hair will also be finer, thinner. But other than that, yeah, yes, your hair is going to grow back.
Alrighty. Got a question from Jason Johnson. Will my son become a helicopter pilot in the Army?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's built for it. And a good one.
All right. Tracy Taylor. I'm suing my job. Will I win this case? If I do, how long will it take to hear something?
I think the whole case from start to finish will be almost 4 years. And I think that after it's all said and done, I think that a lot of people will be grateful to you because they won't have to go through what you've gone through. So you'll get some back pay and you'll get some severance pay and things. So you'll pay your bills and have a little extra. So just don't allow it to stress you out. Easier said than done, I know.
Mhm. Coral Brabant. What do you see for my purpose in life career wise?
Career wise, I'm saying pretty much like a family psychologist, but I don't think you're going to go back to school to do that. So, being that you're not going to do that, anything in the drug and alcohol area where you can help people that way, anything that you could do where you could lead as far as teaching, instructing, I would look in this vein.
We got a question from Anthony. Hi, Chris. Do my guides have any important messages for me? Thank you.
They don't have the messages. They're more waiting around for us to give them tasks and things like that to do. So you can start lining them up and doing it that way. But, my Charlie's on overtime as it is.
Linda, any messages from my loved ones or friend?
Not seeing any messages, no. You got to understand something on the other side. They see your whole entire life. They have your whole entire blueprint. They can fast forward your life and watch you pass away. They can rewind your life and watch you born. I mean, there's not anything that they don't know. And the 90 years of our lifetime of living here is only about 48 hours to them. So being that I'm 56, shoot, Sylvia could take a nap and wake up and I'd be there. They're not going to be too worried, concerned about anything at all, especially being that you have a long, healthy, prosperous life. If you had major health issues, major legal troubles, bankruptcy, someone out to harm your family, all this going on, yeah, they might be around a little bit more. But being that you got a long, prosperous life, they can poke their head and know that you're doing good and they're on their way.
All right, we got a question from Sharon Lane. Hi, Chris. I see so many orbs around me. Can you tell me who it is?
Just your guide, pretty much. And you carry a lot of energy, just like my family does, which means you go to sleep, closet doors can flutter a little bit, lights can go on and off, alarms can chime, volume can go up, anything plugged in or batteries can do something.
Got a Lance Pater. Thank you so much for the donation. His question is, hi, Chris. How much longer until you see me moving out of my parents? Thank you so very much, and God bless.
To move out and to stay out, that would be about March. So hang in there. I mean, we're already in September. Gosh, what we got? 10 weeks left of this year? 10, 10, 9, 9, 10? Not much. You'll get it quick and you'll be able to successfully make it on your own. So more power to you, Lance.
We have a question from Taro, this and that, 1111. Hi, Chris. Does my daughter still come around me?
I think always will. I don't think she's a lot like my mother. My mother's not more than yelling distance from me. Same with your daughter. And when it's your time to go, right there for you. So you're not going to lose your way. You'll have company down the tunnel, which will be very quick anyway. So, but it's a long time away. So enjoy your life.
Lauren C., thank you so much for the donation. Is the progesterone causing depression over Klonopin?
Well, I know that you have a chemical imbalance. I know that you've always fought a little bit of depression and anxiety and panic attacks all on your own. And I would believe that there is a reaction to the medication that you're taking. So I would talk to the doctor to see if there's anything else that you take with your system that would work with your system better than what you're taking now.
All right. Wendy Nix. Hi, Chris. How do you see my dog Abby's health doing through the rest of the year? I want to make the right decisions for her with timing. Thanks.
Okay, so when we get into January, I think that the animal is going to be here for you. So you have to have a talk with this animal because you like me, they're like your children, they're like my children. Anybody that doesn't like animals, something wrong with that person. And you have to let them know it's okay to go. I think you're going to most likely, as hard as it sounds, help this animal make the crossover because want to make sure that you're okay. But right now, I don't see the real suffering or pain, things like that. That does change the first part of the year where you're going to have to do something.
Got a question from Annette Smith, Rises Above. Hi, Chris. My daughter Sarah has had a dream of a black butterfly twice now. What does this mean for her?
I think it just means that her old life, in a sense, is dying and a new life is beginning. And she's emerging from that. So I think that's a good thing. So her life is headed for a very positive, very good thing. So,
all right, smile.
Smile.
All right, here we go. All righty. Renee Landrum. My child is fighting to get clean. Will she be successful?
Ultimately, yes, not this time, but I think that they'll go off the wagon in about the next couple of months, and then that will be one time, and then go in a facility where they, monitor and watch and classes and like that. And then I think she'll be part of AA. I think she'll do really, really well, and I think she'll help teach and instruct. So I think she's going to be great. So just, one nick in the road.
All right. S.J. Lucas. Hi, Chris. Will I be able to get a new, different car soon? Thank you.
If you're talking new, brand new, no, but newer than what you have, yes. Timeline November, but I think a lot newer, so and a whole lot better function. But take your new car into like a diagnostic center, so you know exactly what you're dealing with.
All righty. Redance Hunter, thank you so much for the donation. Hi, Chris. Are there any messages from my dad?
Only thing that I pick up from your father is that you're too serious of a person. You analyze a lot, you worry a lot, and you need to enjoy your life. Life is short, even if we make it to 90, and you need to really have fun while you're here. Life is really not that serious as you're making it out to be. So take that and chew on that for a little bit. Just take it easier on yourself. Get out of your head for a while. Get a hobby or something, or put yourself into other people. The universe will take care of you. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Look for the posts. Stay uplifted. We love you guys. See you next week.
Goodbye. Have a safe week.